Hi guys, welcome back, thanks for joining me. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the lack of videos of late. I have been really busy with work and other things as well. Some of you might have already seen that I've been down south meeting up with Dave Jaguar, Tooney, Alex DGSE, Team Slaphead, Tom and Mark. We had a really good few days together a few weeks ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good catching up with all the guys, and each and every one of them's brand new. You'll need to check out their channels. Also, I'd like to welcome a couple of new guys that I've discovered on YouTube over the last few days. The first one, Mini Tom. I don't know what part of the country Mini Tom's in, but obviously the UK. Mini Tom, he's just started a project. Just a young guy, he seems keen and what have you to get on with it, so it's good to see him. So if you're watching, Tom, how you doing, buddy? And also on the other side of the world, down under, we've got a guy called Simon Aiton. I hope I've said that right, Simon. Simon started a 1967 panel van. Well, when I say started it, he's restoring it again. I think he done it a few years ago, and it's been sat out in the rain, and it's needing some more attention, so he's having to do some welding here and there and what have you. So again, Simon, if you're watching, that's a great little van you've got there, buddy, and I look forward to watching the progress on that. Also lately, over the last few weeks, Keith Miller has been putting up some cracking videos lately, highlighting the damage that cover sills can do to your car. Keith's cut his cover sills down to make it the proper flute so that it can breathe, and wax oiled them all and everything like that. So if you haven't watched Keith's video, I thoroughly recommend watching Keith's little series on that. I think it's part of his winter project, but yeah, he's been highlighting the damage that cover sills can do to the car. Finally, young Josh. Josh, if you're watching, buddy, you're making really good progress with that car, so keep up the good work, and good luck in trying to find a pickup, buddy. They're not the cheapest cars to pick up, pardon the pun, but yeah, good luck with that, buddy, and your car's really coming on, mate. It really is looking good. Not far to go now. Anyway, onto this project. Where I'm up to and what we've been doing. Not a lot really. I've got the flitch panel to do on it, which I'm going to start today, and also the cross member for the floor. If I pick the camera up, I'll give you a closer look. So this is the area that I'm going to have to repair on the car. I do have a repair panel for it, but I don't think I'm going to use the entire repair panel. I'm going to cut it and just use bits of it. I'm going to have to renew this up here because that's rotten. I've got closing panels here for the scuttle, brand new. So I've just got a section of piece in here, and this edge down here, that's all ragged, and then it disappears, it's non-existent, and obviously I can't reuse that because it's all rusty, and put new metal on that and it'll just rust out the new A panels when they go in. So yeah, let's crack on with that and see what we can do. Right, we seem to be having camcorder issues, so I don't know what's been recording. You can see the puffy smoke here. That's caused by foam. This foam here, this stuff here, which is been stuck in the inside of the post here. So we'll get that out once I pick this panel off. What I'll need to do is clean up this, find the spot welds, drill them out, and hopefully that panel will lift off. So I'll just swap over, get the drill, spot weld bit, obviously clean this up, and then we'll take it from there. That'll be that section cut out. You can see the rust behind it, and I don't think there's any of that foam left. I did spray some water down it, but I think most of it is burnt away. Well, maybe not. There you are, boys and girls. That's why these cars rot, because they've got this stupid foam in some of the cavities of the car. Unbelievable. Right, so the plan is just to replace where I need to replace the metal, rather than go cutting hell at it all. So I'll obviously cut the new panel down here, and I'll probably just square that off and piece it in and make a section for the top. If it's not going to clean up very well. Right, that's the repair panel offered up, and it's not too bad actually, to be honest. The vent hole here, that's a little out compared to the datum points on the holes for the door, but again I'm not going to be using that part, so I'm not bothered about that. I've obviously got in here to patch, so I don't know if it's best. Yeah, I think it will be best. And again, you can see the little flit there. There will be a little flit hole there. I could probably just fill that, I suppose, or dress it flat. Not that you're going to see it anyway, because it's hidden behind carpet. But yeah, it fits up pretty well, I must say. Got a little repair to do down here. I'll clean that up and see what we've got. I'll clean up this post as well, because I don't know whether to replace that, so I'm going to have to change the step, or just change the step and leave this. We'll see how good it is. Right, I've lost some footage. Well, I've not lost it, I haven't recorded it. This camcorder is really starting to play up. So I've stuck it on charge again, and while it's been on charge I've just cracked on. I can't afford to wait. So anyway, what have I been doing? I've cut this panel, this repair panel, to fit so that it goes in there. I don't want to cut too much out, and it had a little flute in it, so I've just dressed that flat, wee skimmy fill on it. In fact, I won't even bother because you'll not see it. I've also nipped into Halfords, picked up some more vermilion, and painted the inside of that, because this will be the only opportunity I get to get in there, and it's all full of shavings already and dust. I've also been picking off the old and the older outer wing from the top of the inner wing. I've still got more to pick off there. So what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to weld up this little tear here. That cut was me with the grinder, there and there. So we'll get that filled in just now. Oh, and I've also, this was not too bad, so I've just welded up the holes. It's not pretty, but you won't see it because the closing panel is going to be here, you know. So yeah, brilliant. Well, it's been a while, so I thought I'd give a little update on what's been going on. For the last couple of days I have been working on the car, but to be fair, I haven't really been doing much. I'm feeling absolutely rotten. I got this panel here from Machine. It's a Magnum panel. I can't justify putting a full inner wing in it, so I'm going to patch it with the repair panel, because it's really this hinge panel that I need. That's not, it is a hinge panel, but this is where your A panel mounts onto. I'm not entirely enamoured with this panel. It's not the greatest, but it's better than putting a whole inner wing on. If I could afford it and I could justify it, I probably would put an inner wing in it, but I want to try and keep a bit of the car original. I've cleaned up the A-post here. It's actually not too bad, so hopefully I'll get away with cutting. The outer A-post further down, and then just replacing the step right along and this section here. It's obviously going to be a genuine step that I'm putting in it, because if you see here, that's an aftermarket step, and it's absolutely bogging. It doesn't even fit very well. So the fit's horrendous. It really is. I didn't buy that, by the way. That was part of a bunch of spares I bought about 10 years ago. It's a Hadrian panel, that one. So yeah, what I've been doing is I've painted the floor. I've had to put a horrible patch in there because it was just pinholing away. Fortunately you won't see that because the cross member is coming over here. I'm going to try and get the cross member welded in tomorrow. That's why I've painted this half of the floor. I've also welded up the toe board there, and once I get the doorstep fitted, I can get all this side welded up, and that'll be that. The car is going to get rear quarter panels, because as you can see there, they're knackered down there. The Mini 30 that I've bought, it's obviously had the aftermarket panels that incorporate the rear quarter, because this panel, or both of these panels, both sides on the Mini 30, it's like a storm in the North Sea. So when I come round to doing the 30, I'm just going to put quarter panels on it. What else I've decided with this car as well is I'm going to put new wheel tubs in it, because these wheel tubs are absolutely terrible. Hopefully it will spin without hitting anything. Let's have a look. Yeah. These wheel tubs aren't great, and I don't want to be welding a nice new boot floor to shitey metal. So I'm not even going to attempt to repair these any further. Is it this turret here? No, it's the other turret. This turret here, I don't know if the camera will pick that up. You might see the light through that, but that's all cracked around the top of the turret. So yeah, that's why it's getting replaced. Before I get the cross member welded in down here, I'm going to seal the seam on the floor here, and what I've done now is I've obviously taped up 2 lines so that when I peel the tape off it's a nice straight line. So we'll crack on and we'll get that done now. The seam sealer that I'll be using is just this brushable stuff. I've had it for a wee while and it's still nice and soft, so that's what I'll be using. Bought a new brush. Right, I've pulled the masking tape off that. I've left it about an hour or so, and the seam sealer's now hard. So what I'll do now is I'll just give that another quick splatty paint just to cover the seam sealer. Right, that's it in, it's welded, it's all ground back. It's not the prettiest, but that's it in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give it a quick splatty paint just to protect it, and I'm also going to have to order up some more paint. I'm expecting a sill to arrive today, hopefully, so I could probably get this cut out as well. Right, that's that cross member in, painted, or primed anyway. So yeah, happy with that. I had to end up opening up the holes, the little punch holes. They're too small, ideal for punching, and then you're better just making them bigger with a bigger drill bit. So I'm going to do that for the rest of the project. I'm pretty sure I've done it on other parts of the car, but I haven't worked on it for that long and I can't remember. So anyway, the whole purpose of this video today was to get this step in. The step has finally arrived from Bill Motif. Next day delivery. They're really quick, these guys. You know, I just wish Parcel Force were as quick as well, because it's 5:20. But hey ho, that's it, just arrived. This is okay up here, so I'm not going to cut all of it out. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just join it here, just in the middle there, and then we'll cut it out and just join it up here again, like what I've done on that side over there. So what I'll need to do is obviously clean up the spot welds around here to reveal them, and pick this panel off the quarter panel. The quarter panel is getting changed, because as you can see there, it's knackered. So we'll get the step off it, we'll get the quarter panel unpicked and cut like the same as the other side, and I'll need to prime the inside of the sill because I didn't do that. So let's crack on.
Inspiration. Has up to 50% off on hundreds of exciting kids near you, like trampolining, cinemas, leisure parks. Download our free app or visit groupon.co.uk. Deals to make the most of family time all summer. Sorted. Groupon. Save finance with every brand new Mini in the 18-week range. Right now. A beauty Barbie Mini in every adult.
We stop right there. Right, this is a different day, but after the sill dropped here, I went and jacked the car back up, welded it all back in position. I've tried the door on, the door fits fine. I've also fitted a bracing bar here. I've got more bracing bars to put in, just reusing parts of the old bracing that I had. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach this panel, so I want to build more strength back into the car, get that panel welded in, and I've also spot welded or tack welded the heel board back onto the old floor, again just to strengthen it up. I've also supported the car from underneath on trestles, as you can see there, My own stupid fault, just not thinking forward and trying to be too quick. So that's a lesson learned, you know, take your time, brace it up. But I've got away with it, I think, on this occasion. I've also checked the roof's fine, there's no buckles in that. And driver's side door, that fits on perfect as well. Right, that's the sill cut off it, and I'm pleased to say that that nothing moved on this occasion. I added another bracing bar in here just to stiffen things up. Ideally I should be replacing this, but I think I'll just replace the bottom part, clean this area up and just replace the bottom section. I've given the inside of the cellar a coat of etch primer, so I'll let that go off, and then I'll just stick in some orange paint just to help seal it and protect it. Obviously I'll need to clean back the edges where I'm going to weld to, and open up these holes as well so that I can get a better weld in them, because that's just the holes from the little punch. So there's the old step down there. I've obviously got to pick off the hinge panel and reattach that to the new step. I was initially just going to cut it down here, but I just thought, nah, I'll take it off, clean up the hinge panel and then refit it all. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's the inner sill being given a coat of paint, and also the outer sill as well. These areas were never painted in the factory, so more protection has got to be a good thing. I've also unpicked the hinge panel. What I'll do now is I'll just clean that up and reuse that, because it's perfectly good. So I'll just give it a good clean, and we'll reuse that. There's no point in buying another one. Right, I've went and cleaned up the back of the hinge panel, drilled all the holes where I'm going to plug weld the outer A panel to the hinge panel, and that's all good. I have attached the sill at the moment with some screws to hold it in position. I'm pretty sure that's the right position for it. So what I'll do now is I'll try the door on and see if it fits, and if it fits alright, well, I can weld the hinge panel to the A panel and also make my final cuts just here and here. Right, off camera, I've cut the sill here, both sides as to where it's going to get welded in. I've also cut the apertures out to match. The way I done it was I just placed the sill on, made sure that I was happy with it, and cut both panels at once. So that, hopefully, in theory, it should be a perfect fit to go in there. If it isn't, well, I'm buggered it. But that's where we're at. I've also made a replacement closing panel base, so that will get welded in just here, and I'll probably do that next. I'll do that now even, not next. Right, that's the step welded in. Well, I've only welded it up here and down here. I've hung the door again because I don't want to finish up here for the night thinking that the door won't close. And the door does close, fits in the hole, but I think it fits too well. There's not a lot of gap there now, and it is quite close up there. You can see where it has been rubbing. So I don't know if I've maybe got this hinge panel slightly in the wrong position. I know the step in the A-pillar isn't, because that was like an identical cut. So I think that maybe if I elongate these holes slightly, I'll allow it to come down a bit, and I might be able to bend it back out ever so slight. So this is where I'm at. It's actually a really nice gap, to be honest with you, but it looks too tight for a mini. Far too tight, especially when you compare it to the other side. The other side's a lot wider, but I can pack that out, I suppose, on the other side. Let's go and have a look at it. Right, here's the other side, and you can see the gap's a lot wider, even up there. That's roughly the thickness of it on the other mini I've got. So I'm definitely going to have a look at that door, and A-pillar and what have you before I weld it in fully. So I think I'll call it a night for this, and really that's just about it. That's a step in. Next job is the boot floor. I've won a wheel tub on eBay. I got that for 45 quid. So I've just got that wheel tub there to source. That's 100 quid, or about 95. So I've just got that one to get now, and then that'll be everything for the boot floor, ready to go. So I think we'll just wrap it up here, and hopefully the next time you see the next instalment, the door will be fitting a lot better. Anyway guys, as I've always said, if you have made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again. Bye.